The transmission arrived on a Tuesday morning, cutting through every communication channel on Earth with the precision of a surgeon's blade. Television broadcasts flickered, radio waves crackled, and internet connections worldwide stuttered as an otherworldly signal commandeered humanity's entire communication infrastructure. What followed was a declaration that should have sent civilization into panic, mobilized armies, and triggered the most massive military response in human history. Instead, it became the most watched comedy special of the 21st century. The alien messenger appeared on screens across the globe, a towering figure with iridescent blue skin, 4 arms that gestured with theatrical grandeur, and eyes that burned like twin stars. Its voice boomed with the authority of eons, translated perfectly into every human language simultaneously through technology that defied understanding. People of Earth, the being proclaimed, its image flickering slightly as if broadcast across impossible distances, I am SpaceOper, the magnificent, supreme war marshal of the galactic hegemony. For 3,000 of your years, our great civilization has maintained peace across 17 star systems. We have watched your species grow from primitive tool users to barely competent spacefarers, and we have found you, wanting. In living rooms, offices, and public squares around the world, humans leaned forward in their chairs, some reaching for their phones to record what they assumed was an elaborate hoax or viral marketing campaign. Your kind represents chaos incarnate, SpaceOper continued, its 4 arms spreading wide in what appeared to be a gesture of cosmic disappointment. You wage wars over invisible lines on maps, you poison your own atmosphere for profit, and worst of all, here the alien's voice rose to a pitch that made windows rattle. You have somehow managed to make pineapple pizza not only acceptable but popular throughout 17% of your population centers. The first chuckles began in a coffee shop in Seattle, where a barista paused mid-pour to stare at the screen. Within seconds, the entire establishment erupted in laughter. Similar scenes played out across continents as the absurdity of the situation settled into human consciousness. Therefore, the alien war marshal declared, oblivious to the growing mirth among its intended victims, the 3,000-year peace is hereby terminated. We declare total war upon your species. Prepare for annihilation, for we shall rain down upon you the full might of our. The transmission cut abruptly as SpaceOper appeared to trip over something off-screen, followed by what sounded distinctly like alien cursing and the crash of sophisticated equipment. The screen flickered back to life moments later, showing the war marshal attempting to restore its dignity while what appeared to be a small, furry creature scurried across the background. Technical difficulties. SpaceOper muttered, then cleared what might have been a throat. As I was saying, total annihilation. Your surrender is demanded within 72 of your Earth hours, or face the consequences. By this point, social media had exploded. #AlienWarfail was trending globally within minutes. Memes featuring SpaceOper's dramatic gestures spread faster than the original broadcast. Someone had already auto-tuned the alien's declaration into a surprisingly catchy dance remix. Dr. Sarah Chen, director of the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence Institute, found herself fielding calls from news networks around the world. While we cannot definitively confirm the authenticity of this transmission, she stated during an emergency press conference, barely suppressing her own grin, we are treating it with the seriousness it deserves. The emphasis she placed on seriousness sparked another wave of laughter from the assembled reporters. The world's military leaders convened emergency sessions, but their discussions were hampered by the difficulty of maintaining straight faces. General Marcus Webb, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, was recorded telling his aide, how exactly do we prepare for an invasion from beings who apparently trip over their own pets during a war declaration? Meanwhile, creative humans had already begun their response. Street artists in Berlin painted murals of SpaceOper with comically oversized arms. Late-night talk show hosts prepared special episodes. A brewery in Dublin announced a limited edition Galactic War ale featuring blue foam that supposedly glowed in the dark. The aliens, monitoring Earth's communications with increasing bewilderment, scheduled a follow-up transmission. This time, SpaceOper appeared alongside what seemed to be an alien military council, all sporting similar iridescent skin and multiple appendages, arranged around a table that looked suspiciously like it had been carved from a single massive crystal. "Humans of Earth," SpaceOper began, its tone noticeably less confident than before, "we observe that you have not begun the customary panic and surrender preparations. Perhaps our message was unclear. We are offering you total annihilation. This is typically considered quite serious by most species." A younger alien leaned into frame, whispering something urgently to the War Marshal. SpaceOper's expression shifted through what humans would recognize as confusion, embarrassment, and dawning realization. "It has been brought to our attention," the War Marshal continued slowly, "that your species may have misinterpreted our declaration. We are not, as some of your internet communications suggest, cosmic comedians or the universe's attempt at sketch comedy. We possess weapons capable of reducing your planet to cosmic dust." To demonstrate this point, the aliens broadcast footage of their fleet, massive ships that gleamed like metallic cities, bristling with weapons that crackled with energy, moving through space with the grace of celestial dancers. It was genuinely impressive technology that should have terrified any reasonable species. Instead, humans began making comparisons to science fiction movies. "Their ships look like someone crossed Star Trek with a disco ball," commented one YouTube reviewer whose reaction video garnered 12 million views in 6 hours. The breaking point came during the aliens' third transmission, when SpaceOper, clearly frustrated, attempted to demonstrate their destructive capability by obliterating a small asteroid. The demonstration backfired spectacularly when the targeted asteroid split into two pieces that spelled out what appeared to be an alien equivalent of OOPS in their drifting debris pattern. At this point, even the alien's own crew could be heard struggling to maintain composure in the background. Dr. Alan Rodriguez, a xenopsychologist at Stanford, offered perhaps the most insightful analysis of the situation during an interview that would later become a documentary. "What we're witnessing," he explained, "is a classic case of cultural miscommunication on a galactic scale. These beings clearly come from a civilization where war declarations are formal, ritualistic affairs. They've probably never encountered a species that responds to existential threats with memes and remix videos." The situation reached its climax when a group of teenagers in Tokyo launched a crowdfunding campaign to send SpaceOper a care package including Earth's greatest hits, pizza, including pineapple varieties, internet cat videos, and a rubber duck. The campaign raised $3 million in 48 hours. The final transmission came exactly 72 hours after the first, as promised. SpaceOper appeared alone this time, the cosmic authority from the initial broadcast replaced by what could only be described as bewildered resignation. "Humans of Earth," the War Marshal began, then paused for a long moment. We're not sure what to do with you. In 3,000 years of maintaining galactic peace, we have never encountered a species that responds to a declaration of total war by trying to send us pizza and cat videos." The alien's four shoulders sagged in universal gesture of defeat. "Perhaps," SpaceOper continued, "we have been too hasty in our judgment. Your species is certainly chaotic, illogical, and inexplicably fond of pineapple pizza, but you are also unexpectedly endearing." The War Marshal straightened slightly, attempting to recover some dignity. "Therefore, the galactic hegemony is prepared to extend Earth a trial membership in our peaceful alliance, pending your agreement to certain conditions regarding interstellar pizza distribution protocols." The transmission ended with SpaceOper adding, almost as an afterthought, "Also, we would very much like to understand the appeal of these cat videos you keep referencing. For research purposes, of course." Humanity's first contact with alien civilization thus concluded not with invasion or surrender, but with the establishment of the galaxy's first interspecies cultural exchange program focused primarily on Earth's meme culture and the ongoing debate over pizza toppings. The 3,000-year peace, it turned out, had been broken by laughter.